We're finally going to see a tablet PC.
I don't know. But supposedly, ladies and gentlemen, there is finally the PaceBlade technology is going to ship next week. An actual tablet PC. You may think this looks like a notebook PC.
It looks like a notebook PC, exactly.
Don't worry, Leo.
Oh, they're not attached. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
They're attached via cordovan.
I've said for years that all a tablet PC is the expensive parts of a notebook plus the additional expense, usually of wireless technology. And
you're right, because there it is.
Bigger screen. Now, here's the thing, though. These folks are going to be very upset because they don't want it to be called, it's not a tablet PC. It's beyond that. They're thinking of it as sort of a competitor to a notebook. Now, I've got some stuff hanging out of here. This is actually the Ethernet cable. And
Does it have 802.11b as well?
No, 802.11b. It's got a PC card slot, Ethernet.
Oh, so you could put a 802.11b.
Exactly. It's got a very bizarre... this is actually their USB slot right here, so you can put a camera in it. Okay. And then there's a little USB adapter.
Oh, but that saves space. Okay.
Exactly. So that's for their little built-in camera.
Yeah, that's okay.
And they have another USB slot and a power slot.
Oh, all right. They have a normal one up there.
They have a normal one up there. So what's interesting...
Is this a Crusoe in here?
It is a Crusoe. It's about $2,000 this combo with the presentation case, the PC itself, and the remote keyboard unit.
It's not a bad-looking keyboard.
It's not a bad looking. They've got a dual display. Just press on a button. Let me see if I can get that so you folks can see it.
Oh,
there
I like
we go.
That.
And you click a button back, and it goes
And
back
I take
to
it that this is
mode.
wireless, so I could type here, and it would go
That
there.
is wireless. That is a wireless IR. And, of course, they have the built-in stylus.
So infrared, so it have to be line of sight to this. But it's a touchpad, which is important for siphoning.
We have not benchmarked. This is a beta, so it's early. We don't have to battery benchmark testing or performance testing. If it's typical with other Crusoe processors we've tested, the physical performance will be abysmal compared to most other competing processors, but the battery life shouldn't be too bad. I can hear choking noises coming from the back.
Well, that's the whole point of the Crusoe, is it's a low-power x86. Actually, it'll run any kind of architecture.
Right. Well, what makes me nervous is they're running Windows XP, which is enormously taxing. Here's
how
the
much
thing.
RAM they have in that thing?
Well, they have the XP Home Edition. I don't know how much. Let me see if I can
find it. It says
find
128 megs, I thought, on the
128 megs top
spec. That's the top?
No. 128 up to 640 megabytes top.
Oh, all right, that's a little bit better.
So they're claiming it's about 4 pounds. This feels heavier than 4 pounds to me. I got to be honest with you, Leo. So I'm trying to find the.
My laptop is 5 pounds. Oh, it does.
Yeah, it feels more like a 5-pounder to me. So
it's about 5.
We got to check that out. What that spec was number. This is not the final review, folks. The Products is going to be doing that when they ship the final version later on. What's interesting, is the one button works. It's about $2,000 as a base price. They haven't determined any voice or handwriting recognition software yet. Okay. Which could be, a lot of people think
that's kind of key.
That's kind of key. Because other than, browsing and clicking and doing all that kind of good stuff.
You'd have to bring up a little on-screen keyboard or get your big keyboard to do any data entry.
Right, because the running joke about this is you put a wireless card in, and finally you have the internet you can take to the bathroom.
Right. But I do that with my iBook. Well, I shouldn't say that out loud, but
It's too late now, Leo. You've said it. It's out there on national television. Porpin Firewire port.
I just say that so nobody will want to borrow it. It works, too, by the way.
And they also have a bizarre little scrolling window, so you actually can.
Well, that's kind of neat. Yeah, I like that. You scroll from this.
Little
I like that. Because that's what you're mostly doing is reading newspapers, basically.
Exactly. Interesting device. We look forward to finding out what the performance ends up looking like. We look forward to finding out what the actual real-world battery life is going to be.
Odd choice to put XP on a Crusoe-based system with 128 megs. It seems to me that's going to feel sluggish.
One more last moment, and it's got even a little thing so you can thread and put it into
a tripod.
Into a little tripod stand. I just really hurt our camera person. I'm very sorry about that. The flash of light and a scream in the distance.
Now, what would you say? You put it on a little tripod? That'd actually be kind of elegant. You sit it there like that. You know what that's for? When you give speeches.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you knew that already.
Well,
I just made that up.
Well, the speeches, presentations.
What do you call that thing?
We're going to call this the PaceBook PC tablet, a.k.a. the PaceBlade.
Ooh.
Yes, rolls right off the tongue.
Not
a bad-looking device. A little
I like how it looks.
Expected. We can't wait to see the final version. So it should be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. For the full specs of the PaceBlade PaceBook, head over to screensavers.com, and we've got a first look on it coming up.
People are going crazy right now. Well, it's interesting. I've been one of those guys that says wireless tablets is the next big thing. So
yeah, we've been saying that since the first one we saw at CES or Comdex. That was in '98. The first tablet I evaluated was a Fujitsu designed for vertical integration in the hospitals. That was '98.
They still haven't taken off.
And they've been out for years.
I just carry my iBook around.